Game 2 of the doubleheader is about to begin shortly here in Salisbury, PA, as Thomas Drugstore, the visitors, will take on Meyersdale Sheetz. Now in Game 1, in case you weren't there to tune in with us, that will be on the YouTube channel, so if you want to, you can by far go ahead and tune into that one if you want the previous game recap. But to just sum it up here for you shortly, Thomas Drugstore was able to cruise to a 9-1 victory over Meyersdale Sheetz as Aiden Thomas went 6 innings strongs, throwing the complete game and having 12 Ks in the outing. Meanwhile, for Meyersdale Sheetz, they took the loss as they were held to only 4 hits on the night, but Cole Yoder yet led Meyersdale Sheetz, going 3 for 3 at the plate and picked up an RBI in the process. Matthew Hainsworth started that game for Meyersdale Sheetz. He went 2 innings before Short came in relief and finished out the game for Sheetz. Now tonight, we will play the game number 2 under the lights as Thomas Drugstore will look to pick up their second win here tonight. And in order to do so, they'll have to have a productive day at the plate, just like Game 1. So let's take a look at how they'll be aligned. Gavin Steinberg once again will lead things off for Thomas Drugstore in the number 2 spot. Now pitching tonight will be Carter Vaught. Then and the 3rd spot will be Spencer Whitfield, the catcher. And the 4th hole, the shortstop, Aiden Thomas. Number 45, Colton Shook, the 3rd baseman. Then in the 6th spot, Lee Bowers, number 42. Hunter Brewer, number 88, the 2nd baseman. In the 7th spot, Chris DePasquale, the left fielder, batting 8th and left field. And then finally, batting for Thomas Drugstore will be the right fielder, Levi Stewart. Meanwhile, on the field for Meyersdale Sheetz, Yoder will get the start in game number 2 as he's already on the mound, about ready to get things going here for his team. Hunter Weber will be playing first base once more. Then over at second base will be Signs, the shortstop Matthew Hainsworth wearing number 6. Then Collins, the 3rd baseman, number 5. Left fielder will be Porter, number 33. The center fielder will be Nick Kimball, number 1. And then right field will be Richie, number 44. Behind the plate will be Short once again. He wears number 11 for Meyersdale Sheetz. So, a big game here in game number 2 as the lights are already on, as just about sunset here in Salisbury, and a perfect evening for baseball. And couldn't ask for anything better, as initially the Meyersdale Sheetz was supposed to play Thomas Drugstore way back at the start of the season, but that game was postponed due to inclement weather. But they're making it up here tonight on a beautiful summer day here on June 24th. Right now we're sitting at 8:19 as first pitch coming will be at 8:20. So as Short comes out and he'll get ready to throw it down here. Now, in case you're wondering, here's the standings. Now this is without that last game, so Thomas Drugstore actually now is 15-0, and they've clinched the number 1 seed, and they'll have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So a big win that first game was. So no matter the outcome of this one, they'll be number 1 seed in the playoffs and are guaranteed that spot. Meanwhile, Meyersdale Sheetz dropped to 11-3, and this game is crucial for them, whether they want to stay in that 2nd spot. If not, they have the chance to drop down to 3rd and possibly even 4th. Then Carmel Township remains at 3rd place currently at 10-2. As the North Star Stoystown in 4th place at 9-3. Berlin eliminated from the playoffs. They're 7-8 this season. Shanksville wrapped up their season at 5-11. Rockwood finished theirs at 4-9. North Star Equipment rounded up their season at 2-13. And Meyersdale Delancey are 0-16. So we swing it back over here to the baseball field. Yoder will step onto the mound for Meyersdale Sheetz. And we are just about ready here for first pitch of game number 2. And it's off. A ball upstairs is taken here on the batter, Steinberg. The center fielder comes ready here in the box to bat. Yoder kicks and delivers. That one a cold strike, a nice pitch. Fastball from Yoder. He's able to locate the corner and make it a 1-1 count. Cole Yoder played shortstop last game. Had some action over there as that one is drilled up to first base to Weber. Weber beats Steinberg by a hair, and that's out number one. Here in the top of the first inning, a nice job by Weber to field that ground ball, tag the base just ahead of Steinberg, and retire the leadoff batter for Thomas Drugstore for out number one. So Vaught will step up to the plate. He's the pitcher tonight. Stay up high pitch taken there by Vaught. Knows the strike zone well. Is both a smart batter and a good pitcher, and he's not trying to give Yoder any extra help on the mound as Yoder snaps that one on the outside of the plate. Ball two though. Makes it a 2-0 count here with one out. Yoder delivers the next pitch. That one's up in and tight. Vaught had to jump back to make sure that one didn't get a piece of him. As he regains his stance in the box now with a 3-0 count. Yoder's trying to work his way back. And he'll get a called strike right at the caps of Vaught for the first strike here of the top of the first inning. As Vaught comes ready, that one up high. Vaught ducked underneath of it, and he'll trot down the first base line. As he picks up a walk in the number 2 spot, and the batter Spencer Whitfield will make his way to the plate. Makes a few marks there on home base, wearing that camo hat. And he's going to try to keep his productive alive. As the throw down the second, that one is off the mark to the left of Hainsworth. Tried to put the tag down, but nothing was in the glove. Vaught would have beat it out anyways. As a little bit of hesitation, didn't know whether to go on that one or not, as short stopped that one, but didn't stop it cleanly. But Vaught was able to take advantage of it and pick up the stolen base. Meanwhile, over in the box, Whitfield's able to chop that one against the fence there right below us for a strike, and now he has to work here with 2 strikes on him. Runner in scoring position in Vaught. You know Whitfield would like to put this one in play, but instead he goes down swinging on the outside pitch from Yoder. A nasty fastball and a big strikeout for Meyersdale Sheetz as Yoder gets Whitfield swinging, and that is the second out here in the inning as Thomas comes to the plate. First pitch, now Thomas goes up high, the throw down to third. That one's going to get by Collins and bounce into left field. And just like that, Vaught will score from second. And just when you thought that maybe Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore won't be getting one in the first inning, Vaught prevails as he comes home to score. And it's a 1-0 ball game with the bases clear here for Thomas. A really good job by Vaught to steal third, kind of caught everyone off guard. And he's able to score as Thomas will fly that one up in the air foul as it smacks off of the building here to our left. But Thomas, meanwhile, will have to work here with no balls and 2 strikes on him. 2 outs. So they're trying to get the second strike out of this at bat, but he'll hang that one up high as Thomas ducks down on that one, and the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes as Aiden Thomas batting cleanup in today's order. He'll await that one. That one hit over to Collins. Collins has to get it over in time. Will he? Yes, he will, as Thomas just beat out the throw by Collins by 1 step. And Thomas Drugstore will only get 1 on the board, but that's good enough to get them the lead heading to the bottom of the first inning. Meyersdale Sheetz will have Hainsworth, Yoder, and Ritchie coming to bat. Back here in Salisbury, that one is fly to deep center field, but underneath of it is Steinberg. A first pitch, first swing by Hainsworth. He got a hold of that one, but an excellent play by Steinberg out there in deep center field. Able to track that one down and squeeze it for a first pitch, first out here in the bottom of the first inning. And bring the batter Yoder up to the plate. First pitch taken for a ball. Here on the pitcher Yoder. As first ball thrown on the day by Vaught. He'll come ready from the mound and will deliver this pitch. And that one is flied up. And that's going to get down as it goes over the head of Boer. He's trying to track that one down. Couldn't get underneath of it. So Yoder is aboard here for Meyersdale Sheetz. As that one hit up in the air. Boer was trying to get under it, but couldn't find it, and so Yoder will pick up the first base bag with the batter Riley Ritchie stepping in the bat. Here's the kick by Vaught. Ritchie takes a swing and a miss. To start off his at bat as Yoder, speedy runner down there at first base. We talked about it in game number 1. Definitely has the wheels on him. Whitfield want to make sure that he doesn't do anything too bad. That one's going to hit to Steinberg. That one's going to get by. Maybe there was a chance there originally that they might have been able to get the out at second. As Yoder kind of had to hold up there to make sure he didn't get a double play if it was caught. But it got down right behind second base in that gap between short, second, and center. And a little bit of trouble playing the ball with Steinberg coming in on that one. So Yoder will skid to second base and put 2 runners on now for the batter Hunter Weber, the cleanup batter with power. Ball 1 taken here to start off the bat of the man who wears number 13. Signals the time sign, but will regain his stance inside the box. Pitch number 2 at the at-bat up high for a ball makes it 2-0. Sometimes I think that when you're a batter there, you really don't. Time signal means nothing when you shut the umpire. Sometimes it's just what you're used to doing and part of your at-bat. As that one is fouled back into the glove of Whitfield. A nice catch behind the plate there by Whitfield. Unfortunately, won't count as an out, only if he does that with 2 strikes on the bat of Weber. As that one up high for the third ball here on Weber. Vaught struggling here from the rubber, but trying to work his way back out of it. He hasn't lost the batter Weber yet, and trying to prevent that from happening, but he's going to have to find a way to work here with 3 balls and 1 strike. Weber shows bunt in the box. He'll pull it back, and will take a strikeout in the outside corner. Exactly what Vaught wanted there was to get that called strike. He's able to find as he nibbles on the corners and makes it a 3-2 count. Vaught sets. Here's the delivery. That's a strike 3 on the outside corner. Vaught works back from a 3-1 count. And what a job by the pitcher Vaught to come back and get Weber for a big second out. And that's what Thomas Drugstore was looking for there. As a crucial second out. But Porter's going to try to help out his team as he flies that one into left field. The pass go underneath of it, but that's going to drop in front. 1 run's going to come across, and it's a 1-1 ball game. As that one landed in front of the left fielder in the Pasquale. All the way from second is Yoder, and Ritchie moves up to second on the play. So, just like that, Porter picks up the RBI on the single, and Yoder comes across to tie things up at 1-1. Meanwhile, it appears that don't have a batter up to plate. It seems as if Short there had the catcher stuff on. Always a tough position to be in there if you're the catcher. Never know if to take it off or leave it on. But had to take the equipment off there. But he will make his way out to the box now as he comes up to the plate. 2 outs. 1-1's where the score sits. Runners at first and second. As thanks to the RBI single to Porter to left field, Meyersdale Sheetz already gets their first run on the board. And the 1-1 ball game. Coming ready is Vaught. Here's the pitch. That one taken for a cold strike. Fooled the batter short as maybe a curveball thrown there by Vaught. As Vaught wears number 18 on his jersey. So far in this one, he's pitched 14. Pitch count's going to be huge in this one as that one is flared over down the first base line off the netting and right into the hands of first base coach for Meyersdale Sheetz. He's had some action there over the line as the first base coach with those balls flying off of the net. But meanwhile at the plate, Shorts has the bow with no balls and 2 strikes. Vaught will step off the mound. Short will look over his signals from Hainsworth. And Vaught will get the nod. The 0-2 pitch. That one chopped over to third base. And Shook will tag the runner Richie on his way to third in the inning. But a tie ball game is where the score sits 1-1 as Meyersdale Sheetz tacks on 1 run on the board. Due up for Thomas Drugstore and the home in the way half of the second inning will be Shuck Bowers Brewer, the heart of the order. Stay with us here for the second. Top of the second inning here in Salisbury. 1-1 is where the score sits. As Shuck comes ready to come to bat. He'll lay off the first pitch he sees from Yoder. Yoder so far 16 pitches in this one. Had a solid first inning as he only gave up 1 run. And that's something you really want to see if you're head coach Hainsworth of Meyersdale Sheetz. As you know how dangerous this Thomas Drugstore lineup can be at the plate. And Yoder's trying to do all he can to prevent as much offensive power as he can. As that one is outside for a ball and makes it a 3-0 count on the batter, Shook. Shook right now 3-0. Kind of the golden rule in baseball here is you don't take the next pitch. We'll see what Shook does though as he awaits the pitch from Yoder. That one in for a cold strike as it catches the inside corner. And Yoder's going to have to try to do something that he's going to have to try and master is keeping the count getting ahead of the count, I should say, and making sure that he doesn't fall behind. It's a cold strike now, so 2 back-to-back strikes on Shook has the count full. And just like that, Yoder's almost able to get him, and he is, as Yoder comes back from a 3-0 count, and he rings up Shook looking on strike number 3, and that's the first out here in the top of the second inning. A great effort there from Yoder, down 3-0, but didn't give up there on the rubber and was able to come back to throw 3 consecutive strikes, all called, and that's the first out here in the top of the second. First pitch, big swing and a miss from Bowers, who chops at that one on the outside corner of the plate. As Yoder takes a step on the mound and will throw that one in there, but another strike as Bowers a little bit behind the pitch on that one, and now he'll have to work with a 0-2 count. And he'll take that one, though, for a ball. Just misses the plate. Not a bad chase pitch if you're Yoder there. Maybe trying to get the batter Bowers to swing. Bowers says no, but he'll foul that one sharply back. And almost into the glove as short as he got a piece of it. If he would have caught that, that would have been a strike out, but wasn't able to get all of it. As Bowers stays alive with a ball and 2 strikes. Has to be careful here as Yoder delivers. That one up the middle. Bowers will pick up a base hit as he rounds first base. A nice one that's smacked up to center field, and Bowers is aboard. The first hit here in the top of the second inning for Thomas Drugstore, and a big hit. That's what they needed, maybe. So the batter, Hunter Brewer, will come to bat here in the top of the second. He's got Bowers on at first. Slight lead there by Bowers, but Weber is not covering the base there, so he'll get a little bit more of a lead. That's the pitch there. Ball was taken low. As maybe a lucky play there as the umpire took that chest protector he had there and kind of slammed it down on the baseball. Stopped the ball from going to the backstop, and potentially maybe could have caused Bowers to move up to second, but instead it stopped there for ball number 2. But in the meantime, Brewer will snipe one foul down the first baseline off of the Thomas Drugstore's dugout. But Yoder's unable to come back with a strike as tosses that one up above the letters on Brewer to move the count to 3-1. Lights are on here in Salisbury. Beautiful evening for baseball. The 3-1 pitch, a called strike. Something that Thomas Drugstore has to adjust as the umpire tonight has a bigger strike zone. Is willing to give those outside corner pitches. So they're going to have to adjust as that one's popped up in the air. Calling for it is no one. I thought that one was going to stay in a little bit more. Instead it actually went into Thomas's Drugstore's dugout. Plopped back out though. As Brewer stays alive here as he keeps the count full at 3-2. Has a chance to redeem himself here with Bowers over at first base. 1-1 is where the score sits. Top of the second inning. Lights are on here in Salisbury as we appreciate all of you tuning in to the broadcast. They're trying to retire Brewer here. As he kicks and snaps. And a cold strike 3 on the upper half of the strike zone. Brewer was caught looking and window shopping on that pitch, and that's out number 2. And my goodness, has Yoder been dominant so far as he has had an impressive start to this one, and he's been on fire, and he looks to continue that here on the batter to Pasquale as he'll fire that one in. Pasquale chops it over there for his Signs. Signs can't get it into his glove as it'll drift out into right field. Richie was there to get it up right on the grass line, but the second baseman Signs moved to his right, fell down to one knee, but wasn't able to trap that one in his glove. So the Pasquale will pick up first base and keep the inning alive here for Thomas Drugstore with the batter Stewart up to bat. First pitch to Stewart, a called strike. As on deck for Thomas Drugstore is Steinberg. Then in the hole will be Vaught. As Thomas Drugstore trying to regain the lead. They have Bowers in scoring position. First pitch held up by Stewart, taken for a ball to make it a 1-1 count. here with one down in beautiful Salisbury, Pennsylvania, here at Salisbury Oriole Field. Now the throw once again from the pitcher, Yoder, up high but swung on and missed. Fanned on by Stewart, makes it a 1-2 count. And now Yoder's a strike away from ending the inning and getting himself out of the jam. We'll see what he can do. The throw. That one, though, upstairs for a ball on the outside of plate. Fastball unable to find in the zone, so the count will even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Yoder set to deliver. Here's the throw. And that one's a cold strike 3, but they'll apply the tag on the Stewart, and that won the inning. Meyersdale puts 2 runners on base, but they're unable to play them across as we'll send it over to the bottom of the second here in Salisbury. First pitch swung on by Nick Kimball here in the home half of the second inning. Score is 1-1 as Thomas Drexler was able to put 2 runners on there at first and second, but was unsuccessful trying to play them across as Kimball fouls that one sharply against the backstop to make it a 0-2 count. Kimball, the center fielder, stands ready here, trying to bow back with a 0-2. Voss going to try to get him, but he just misses on the outside of the plate. That one just misses for a ball and makes it a 1-2 count. Vaught stares down his battery mate in Whitfield. He'll come ready. Here's the delivery. The off-speed pitch catches Kimball on looking, an off-speed curveball. And Kimball didn't know how to react as it just snuck in there for an into the zone, and the umpire says that's strike 3. So a first out, first K for Vaught here in the bottom of the second inning. Carson Collins now will come to bat. He'll snipe that one into left field, and over to get it is Steinberg as it is hit there in between left and center field. A nice hit there from Collins, and maybe a little bit of pop in the bat there by the third baseman for Meyersdale, Sheetz, and he's able to put it to work there at the plate as he drills one in the left field, and he'll be standing on first base for the batter signs. So as Signs steps in, first pitch to him. Vaught can't locate it as it's taken for a ball. Collins just down the line at first base. He'll come ready, and now that one is chopped back foul. Directly back and off the barn door behind us here in Salisbury. Have the netting there down the first base side, but Ball can be hit pretty easily behind the backstop or down that third base line as that one is hit up to Vaught. He'll pump fake. He'll throw the second base to get the lead runner Collins. A little bit of an awkward play there as Thomas and Brewer were both there to cover the bag. Vaught was trying to figure out which one he should throw it to, but he'll elect to throw it to Thomas, and Thomas is there to tag the base and get out number 2 as he gets the lead runner and will bring Ainsworth up to bat here for for Meyersdale Sheetz. So 2 down as Ainsworth steps in. And he'll take a first pitch, swing and miss. As Ainsworth today is 0 for 1 at the plate. And he'll come set now. So we appreciate all of you tuning in to tonight's game. Lights are up and shining. Just about dusk here in Salisbury. Ball low just below the knees of Ainsworth, even at that 1-1. As if you're not already, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot to us and helps support our work here. Is that one up the middle? What a hit from Ainsworth as they'll find its way into the glove of the center fielder Steinsberg, but unfortunately not in the air. It got it on the bounce, so a ripper up to center field. Thomas tried to play it, but it was too fast, so it got by him. And a nice piece of hitting, and now just like the top of the second inning here in the bottom of the second inning, now Meyersdale Sheetz have runners at first and second with 2 outs. But this one is head over to the side. Now that one's going to get by. That one's going to go out of play. And a crucial error there by the second baseman Brewer. Scores 1 run. I believe that goes out of play. Brewer just had a split second, bobbled it, and that's all it takes. The speedy runner and Yoder was able to beat it out. Bowers tried to stretch off the bag, but it got by him. And now, for the first time today, Meyersdale Sheetz is leading with a 2-1 lead, and they have some trouble brewing with runners at second and third. First pitch now to Riley Ritchie, held up for a ball. As Vaught comes set once more, that one will be taken for a swing and a miss strike. As he comes ready with a 1-1 count. That one up in the air, and that one's going to get up. One's going to score, one more is going to come around, and it's a 4-1 lead by Meyersdale Sheetz. And some fire is happening here for the home team, and the bots are popping here for Sheetz, and they're up and alive with a 4-1 lead. A little bit of 2-out magic here in the bottom of the second. And they're not done yet with Hunter Weber coming to bat. Cold strike catches the corner to start things off here on Hunter Weber. As he's going to try to get something going here for Meyersdale Sheetz here in this one as the second pitch of the at-bat just low. There on the knees of Weber. Former player for Thomas Drugstore and trying to maybe get it back as that one is hit up high up into the air, but that one's going to land foul as the count goes to 1-2 with 2 outs. As runners sit at first base and Ritchie. As Weber comes ready here to as Vaught comes ready to deliver the 1-2. The off-speed pitch can't find the zone as the count evens at 2-2 strikes. Weber, though, trying to stay alive and battle here in the box. Vaught gets the signal he wants. He'll take a deep breath, and he'll come ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's up high as Weber ducks underneath of it. As the head-hunting pitch there from Vaught could say. Of course, nothing intentional, but just got away from him. As the count's loaded full. Here's the 3-2, a swing and a miss. Strikeout as Vought's able to get out of the inning, but not before Meyersdale. Sheetz is able to tally 3 on the board and gives them the 4-1 lead heading to the start of the third inning. Gavin Steinberg will settle in as Thomas Drugstore is looking to get some runs, and they have no better time to do it here with the top of their order coming up. Swing and a miss, so here on the leadoff batter in Steinberg as he comes ready here. The next pitch, that one a little floater over to Collins. Steinberg's going to try to beat it out. Collins has some trouble handling the ball, so no throw on the play, and Steinberg will start things off at first base. So Vaught will come ready here. Runner at first base. Here with no outs. And told there are about 120 people that's came out to watch tonight's game, not counting the players and staff. So thank all everyone that came out to support tonight, and a good game we know it's gonna be, and we're early on in this one. Sheetz leads 4-1 currently, but at any time anything can change. And with a 1-1 count here on Vaught, he's going to try to help his cause on the rubber as the throw. That one up at the eyes of the batter Vaught to make it a 2-1 count. Vaught takes a deep breath as Yoder kicks the gun. That's a cold strike inside corner. And now Vaught has a 2-2 count on him, says the umpire. As Vaught will have to protect the play here. Yoder's going to try to get the punch out, but that one's just low as what a bad pitch there. A good spot, but the count's loaded full at 3-2. Here with no outs. That one though, ball 4 as Yoder unable to find that one into the zone. So 2 back-to-back balls cost him a walk, and 2 runners will go on first and second here and bring up the batter Whitfield. We know he has power in his bat. We've talked about it all night, but Whitfield hasn't really had the day he's wanted to in terms of offensive or hitting a home run, as that one misses in and tight on Whitfield. But still plenty of time to maybe get a few or more RBIs or even a home run if he finds one he likes. But he sees 2 balls there, back-to-back balls, so he'll hold up. A smart batter Whitfield is, of course, the starting catcher for Thomas Drugstore, so knows that strike zone well. Coming ready, here's the 2-0, but a big cut by Whitfield. Not able to get nothing on that, as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Yoder quickly sets. Here's the throw. Ball 3, though. And now it's the hitter's count for Whitfield here with the 3-1 count. And a crucial at bat. No outs. Yoder's kind of in a jam here with 2 runners on. But now he has to work with the bases full as Whitfield works the walk and brings up the powerhouse hitter in Thomas. Batting cleanup in this order. And he'll look to get things tied back up or maybe even take the lead as mound meeting will occur here on the mound. And we'd like to take the time to thank Coach Byler and family that are tuning into tonight's game down in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We've been told that they are listening in, and we can't thank you enough for your support. We really appreciate you guys watching and are so glad that we have all kinds of people across not only Somerset County but all across the United States tuning in to tonight's game. Really something special that we have built here on the YouTube channel, and if you're enjoying the game, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already as Coach Hainsworth continues to talk a few things more over with his team there on the rubber before things will conclude. Everyone will go back to their assigned positions with the bases full. Thomas will stand ready. Lights are on and bright here in Salisbury. Beautiful scene for some baseball as Yoder kicks and fires. That one up in the air. Will that get down underneath of it? Signs, and yes, it will. Rounding is the batter, Steinberg. They're going to send one more home, and Vaught's going to come across. Whitfield's going to move to third, and Thomas is going to move to second. What a play. As a whole bunch of action on that one. The floater got over the head of Signs, and he'll pick up 2 RBIs, and on the throw to home, got by short, and 2 runs will score, and both of the runners will move up to second and third, and just like that, it's a 3-4 ball game with Shook up to bat. As Yoder gets ready to deliver, a swing and a miss so by Shook, a nice fastball as he puts the heat on the third baseman in Shook. And with no outs, a swing and miss, another one back to back for strike number 2. And now with 2 strikes on him, Shook has to work here. He's had 2 back-to-back swing and misses. But now he'll fly that one. That one's going to get fair. Is it going to drop? Yes, it will. It's going to bounce all the way to the fence. 2 will score. Rounding second is Shook, and he's going to stand up with a big 2-run double, and Thomas Drugstore is back in business as they are on board and up 5-4 now on Meyersdale Sheetz. A nice 2 RBI hit down the line. Perfect place for the batter Shook to move all the way up to second and bring the batter Lee Bowers to the plate as Yoder's trying to keep his composure on the mound here. If you're Yoder, you just gotta settle in and just try to take 1 pitch at a time, as still with no outs though, plenty more damage can be done here by Thomas Drugstore. So that one misses up high and evens things at a ball and a strike. Bowers today is 1 for 1. He's trying to make that 2 for 2 as he'll foul that one sharply back. The second time today he's lined that one back up here in front of us, maybe trying to send a message to us back here at the broadcaster's booth. So they're just above the concession stand. Nice little platform they have here at Salisbury. As the 0-2 pitch, a swing and miss fastball. Down goes Bowers. And a K for Yoder is the first out here in this top of the 3rd inning. So Boer will come to bat. Boer to Pasquale on deck, and then Stewart in the hole. Boer will knock that one over the second. Signs will gather that one up as it took a weird bounce, but Signs was able to stay with it. Right at the chest, he's able to grab it and able to get it over to Weber in time for out number 2. So 2 outs brings the batter Chris DePasquale the bat as DePasquale will take a breath and come into the right side of the box. The initial pitch from Yoder here is low for a ball. One thing to notice, right now Cole Yoder's at 62 pitches already in this one, so the numbers are getting up there for the Meyersdale Sheetz batter. As that one is a ball, so 2-0. Yoder has thrown 24 pitches thus far in this inning, as that one appeared to got something. Was it his helmet or his bat? It appeared to sound like it rang off something, maybe not. As it might have been my mistake, maybe I heard hit the back of the backstop. But anyway, it will be 3-0 on the pass. Well, 3-0 count. Pitch, that's a called strike on the corner of the plate. As the count goes to 3-1. As Yoder can pitch 85 pitches, so he's got 20 more to give, but problem is, if you're Meyersdale Sheetz, you have to get into the bullpen then by that point. And they've already thrown Short and Hainsworth, who are both out in this inning. And right now, the catcher Short will take a seat down there, but in front of us, maybe a little bit dehydrated. It's been a long inning here for Meyersdale Sheetz, and tough work back there as a catcher, and very easily get tired and very hot and can get dehydrated very easily. So Coach Doug Whitfield will come over alongside Short's dad as they will get a bottle of water. And so we will step aside here in Salisbury. We'll be back, so stay with us, everyone. Back here in Salisbury, appears that the catcher Short will be alright, as always trying to take the precautionary, but it appears they'll be fine. We'd like to thank Sue Whitfield from tuning in Michigan tonight, as we appreciate you guys' support, and we're more than welcome to bring you baseball here in Salisbury. We're so grateful you're able to see your grandson play, and we're glad you're able to tune in as Yoder kicks and throws. As that one, a called strike, catches the corner. And now it's a full count as Yoder will look to get out of the inning here. Shook stands on third base. Here's the pitch. That one over the first base line. Weber pockets that one in his glove, and he will tag the base. to end the inning. Well, Meyersdale, Thomas Drugstore will regain the lead at 5-4. It's been a close one so far, and we are just halfway done. So keep with us as we bring you the bottom of the third inning. We're back here in Salisbury, bottom of the third inning, an eventful top of the third, and a much-needed inning for Thomas Drugstore as they were able to comply for 4 runs that inning and get their lead right back. But now we'll see how Meyersdale Sheetz responds, as coming up to the plate for them will be Cooper Porter. Porter's 1 for 1 on the day. He'll cut at that first pitch for a strike to lead off his at-bat. Has one thing to note here in this one is the top 4 teams will make the playoffs. The next pitch, swing and cut, makes it a 0-2 count. As Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore's already clinched the number 1 seed and will have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, as they were able to get that with the previous win tonight in game 1 of this doubleheader. So not really, I should say, a big game for Meyersdale Sheetz, as that one's thrown over. A nice play, a bang bang from Shook over the Bowers, and they will get the runner Porter in time for out number 1. A nice job there by Shook to play that one cleanly, and a strong throw makes it out number 1. Sheetz is in the rat race right now with Commonwealth Township, North Star, Stoystown for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th seeding. Strike catches the outside plate here on short. Where's number 11? As just really comes down to now, what seed is everyone going to end up in that 2nd, 3rd, or 4th, and who is everyone going to play? At least now we know that Thomas Drugstore will be number 1, so even the potential matchup that we'll get to see these 2 teams here again on Monday, depending on how everything shakes out over the weekend. And now with a 0-2 count on short, pitch misses for a ball. Vaught switches things up, maybe trying to get the batter short there swinging, but is not able to as the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch over to third base, but that one's going to sneak through the middle. An alleyway shot from short will go up in the left field, and a single by Short as he gets that one right up to the Pasquale in left field, and Short stands on first base, and a big hit by Short will bring up Nick Kimball to the plate. Kimball, center fielder, Nothing in one today at the plate. He's batting 7th of 9 in this order as Collins waits on deck and then signs will be in the hole. As a courtesy runner will come on now here for Meyersdale Sheetz. I believe that is Porter as he comes over to run for short. Maybe thinking back there that top of the third, trying to play it safe with the batter. With the runner, as short as don't let him getting injured or getting even more tired than what he always is. So they'll give him a break on the bench, and Kimball will stand. First pitch to him was a called strike, but it got by Whitfield, so off to second was Porter, and he's on second base now, and he's the tying run here with Kimball at the bat. That one's up in the air. Calling for it's Thomas, and Thomas will snag that one right above his shoulder for the second out as he squeezes it for out number 2, and we'll bring Collins to the plate. Collins had that powerful hit back in the second inning. It was part of that high-powered second inning offense of inning for Meyersdale Sheetz, and he's going to try to pick up another RBI with Porter at second, but first pitch to him is fouled against the backstop for strike number 1. Nothing in one count here on Carson Collins, the 8th batter in Sheetz' order today. And he'll come ready. It's a pitch, swung on a miss, a fastball, gets the inside. Collins couldn't hold back, but just wasn't able to put the bat on the ball. Now he'll try to come back and get the lumber on it here with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one fouled back, I do believe, as the count remains at 0-2. Juan Collins as trying to get some clarification on whether that was a fair ball or foul ball, but indeed it was a foul ball as it got a piece of the bat of Collins. So now with an 0-2, a swing and a miss. Vaught gets someone pitch number 3 of the at-bat, and that will do it for the third inning. 5-4, the score remains as we swing it over the top of the 4th right after this. Back here in Salisbury, we'd like to thank Sheetz for sponsoring Meyersdale Little League Baseball. You can stop by and see them on Center Street in Meyersdale, PA. They're open 24 hours. Sheetz, run and done. Meanwhile, we also like to thank Thomas Drug Store for sponsoring Meyersdale Little League Baseball. They open Monday through Friday, 8 8, Saturday 9 to 3:30, Sunday 11 to 1. So make sure you stop in and say hello to them at 327 Main Street, Meyersdale, PA. Back here, Anderson will come ready to bat as he'll take a first pitch ball. Excuse me, a first pitch strike. I apologize. As that one was in there, but a swing and miss, strike number 2. Makes it an 0-2 count, so Anderson now has to work back. As Yoder's at 69 pitches so far in his outing, and he'll get that one in there for a called strike. So down goes Anderson, and to the top of the order they go with Steinberg coming to bat. As he comes into the box. Beautiful evening for baseball. Temperature currently 69 here in Salisbury. Sun's officially down and the lights are up and shining. But the heater from Yoder gets into the zone, swinging at Steinberg. And that's a first pitch strike. Here on the righty batter, Steinberg gets ready. The pitch, though, coming from Yoder was bit outside off the plate and down and low. So 1-1 is where the count will go on the Meyersdale native and Steinberg. Battle between two Meyersdale teams and Meyersdale Sheetz. And Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore fouled back sharply by Steinberg makes it a 1-2 count. Always a highly anticipated series between these two teams and makes it even more funner when you get to play here under the lights at Salisbury. Something always cherish when you're playing low league. Gets the 1-2, a swing and a miss. Strike 3 on Steinberg as the pitch from Yoder went down low in the zone. And that was enough to get Steinberg swinging for the second out of the inning. So Carter Vaught will come to bat. He's 0 for 0 on the day with a walk. And he'll see the first pitch thrown to him as he takes it up high for a ball. 10 more pitches to go here on the mound before he'll have to be pulled. And Meyersdale Sheetz is trying to get the most out of those 10 pitches as that one is plopped up foul off of the roof of us here. And the box is saying that we should have caught that ball up here. A little bit too high and out of our reach up here as the next pitch is outside for a ball. As Vaught gets ahead in the count with a 2-1 count now on him. Yoder regains a stance on the mound and a swing and miss, strike number 2. As Yoder has a lot of energy in that pitch and is able to really snipe those by, but now time will be called as short once again as down. It appears that he's maybe stubbed his fingers. As it appears that they're stubbed pretty bad, so we're going to step aside here in Salisbury. Back here, a quick update on Salisbury. We appreciate all of your patience as we are going to have a catcher change here in Salisbury as it appears that Short is injured there on the hand. So we hope that all is well for him and he'll get better here shortly. But in the meantime, Nick Kimball will come in to catch. So stay with us as we'll be back right after this. One pitch, and that's all it takes. As after a long await, Thought will step in. He gets rung up on strike three, and that will end the inning. So we'll step aside once again as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. 5-4 remains the score. He apologizes. Talking there to myself there for a while. Realized I wasn't unmuted there on the live stream. As the next pitch is taken up high to even the count at 1-1 for Hainsworth on that last one. Hit right to Brewer. Tried to play it, took a weird bounce. He got up as quick as he could to first base to Bowers, but just in time to beat it out with signs. So he'll be aboard, but the next pitch strike as Hainsworth takes a cut and makes it 1-2. Vaught 56 pitches so far in this one as he's going 3 innings strong. As he comes ready, here's this throw. That one a cold strike 3 on the corner. Hainsworth goes down on strikes, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. A nice pitch by Vaught. Caught Hainsworth looking at it, and he knew right away that was in the zone. And unfortunately, it's out number 1 for Meyersdale Sheetz. We appreciate all of you tuning in to watch on this late night, just past 9:30. And we appreciate all of you maybe watching in your PJs or however you spend your nights watching Little League Baseball. But we appreciate each and every one of you staying up here to support whichever team you're watching or just coming in to tune in and listen. Oh, thank you for your support as the batter Yoder comes in. 1 for 2, a dangerous bat that Yoder brings. And he's going to poke that one up in the right field. But that one's going to drop right on the tail of Signs is Yoder. And now they're going to send him home. They're going to go to third with it down. They're going to drop the ball, and he's safe all around. As 1 run scores, and Shook dropped that one at third, and all the way to third goes Yoder, and it's a tie ball game with a go-ahead run in Yoder just down the line at third base for Richie. So Richie will come to bat here. In the bottom of the 4th inning. Here with 1 out and Yoder at third base. 5-5 to score. A bunch shown. Cold strike as it gets the zone. Riley Richie perfect 2 for 2 today at the plate. Oh my. And we'll look to keep his at bat going as he smacks that one back foul, making an 0-2 count. Here on the bat of Richie. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Riley Richie, the right fielder, stands in. Vaught set to deliver. Here's pitch 62. And he gets someone the nasty curveball. What a pitch from Vaught. And that's the second out here in this inning. As Vaught was able to locate that one perfectly. And that's out number 2 with the cleanup hitter Weber coming to bat. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. Weber comes ready to hit. The first baseman trying to give his team the run to get back on top here of Thomas Drugstore in the bottom of the 4th inning. A close one has been all the way through. But Meyersdale Sheetz is close to breaking the tie here as Weber takes a cold strike right on the top of the zone. The count goes to a ball and a strike. Vaught at 64 pitches currently from the mound. As coming ready is Weber. Here's the 1-1. That one hit over the shortstop. It's going to be off the glove. And that's going to slow the baseball down. And Weber's going to make it the first and drive home Yoder from third. And gives Meyersdale Sheetz the 6-5 lead. A soft floater up to Vaught. Dove over to the left. It was kind of an awkward play for him as he came off the mound on the right side. Tried to dive over. Got a little bit of piece of it. It was enough to slow the ball down enough for Weber to go as that one is in there, I believe, for a cold strike. As Weber still second base. Nice heads-up play from him as he gets over to second base. And he's going to be in scoring position now for the batter Porter. Porter's going to take a miss on that one. So now Porter has no balls and 2 strikes on him. So he's going to have to battle here with a 0-2 count. Vought's going to try to get him. Here's the pitch. That one's up high and tight on the batter Porter, who leans off that one to keep the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Coming ready. Here's the pitch to Porter. That's a called strike off the corner as Vought's able to strike out the batter Porter, but a strong inning for Sheetz as they get 2 runs and take back the lead. That's 6-5. A big inning coming up here from Meyersdale Thomas Drugstore as they find themselves down by 1, but they got Whitfield, Thomas, and Shook coming up to the plate, the meat of the order for Thomas Drugstore, and they need them desperately here down by 1. As the first pitch to Whitfield, ball 1. That one taken, as the umpire says, just a little bit too low, so 2-0 is where the count goes. Yoder, as the next pitch is in there for a ball, as that one is up high, as Hainsworth comes in to pitch this inning for Meyersdale. Is something to keep in mind as they pulled him out after throwing only 2 innings in that first game, and they saved him to come in relief on this one. He still has a good many pitches left to throw, and he'll deliver that one in for ball number 4, though, and will put Whitfield on base. So something a little different, maybe a help for Thomas Drugstore, is they saw Hainsworth in game 1. They know what he can throw and what type of speed he throws at, and the type of pitches that he throws, so maybe a little bit of an advantage they have from him, seeing him twice in a row. A cold strike catches the corner on the batter Thomas, as Whitfield down the line at first base. As Thomas readies in the box, that one the ball. Whitfield's up and off the second base, and he will be in there safely, as he'll move up 1 base. So he's on second base for the visiting Thomas Drugstore. That one's going to be hit down the line. Is that fair? No, that's going to stay foul. So it drifted to the right there and was never able to go back to the left. So 1-2 is where the count goes here on Thomas, with 1 down with none down, in the top of the 5th inning. Hainsworth kicks the throw. That one up high on the righty batter, and Thomas, the shortstop, ducks down on that one to make sure doesn't get a piece of his helmet or the bat as Hainsworth takes a breath. Here's the throw. That one smack back foul over the heads of everyone underneath the cover in the bleachers there down the first base line and back into the woods or maybe even the neighbor's yard. As pitch number 11 here in this game from Hainsworth delivered, but that one's ball number 3, and we'll load the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thomas 1 for 2 today at the plate as Shook awaits on deck with Bowers in the hole. Hainsworth takes a breath. He'll kick. Here's the throw. That one will hit Thomas. It appears that he's okay as he'll trot down the line. But it takes one there for the team, and he'll win the at-bat as he'll go to first base. And now head coach Hainsworth will come out to talk things over with Matthew Hainsworth here on the mound as runners sit currently at the corners for Thomas Drugstore as they're trying to tie things back up at 6. And in order to do so, they'll need Whitfield to get from third to home, and they have the go-ahead run and Thomas at first base. Hainsworth is going to have to try to find a way to get out of this jam. So maybe that's what conversation is about there at the mound right now with head coach Hainsworth and his son Matthew, as mound meeting cleans up, and so the batter Shook will come back in the bat. So a fresh count here on the batter Colt Shook. The third baseman takes a few swings there in foul territory before stepping into that side of the plate. And the first pitch, that's a called strike as Kimball fakes the throw down the second. He'll toss it back over to Hainsworth. And with 1 strike now on Shook, he's got a good chance to pick up 2 RBIs and give his team the go-ahead run with 2 runners in scoring position. But now a nice fastball catches the corner from Hainsworth, and it's a 0-2 count. Hainsworth comes set. The throw from the stretch. That's a ball outside. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hainsworth wears number 6 on his jersey. 15 pitches so far in this inning. As he comes ready, the cannon loaded, the fire from the mound. That one will crack. The batter Shook on the back. So 2 back-to-back hit by pitches. Loads up the bases for the batter Lee Bowers coming to bat. As Bowers gets ready here, inside the box, will kick the dirt around a little bit, and with ducks on the pond, no room at the end for Hainsworth to put on the, and now a little bit of conversation going on between them. Denny Hainsworth and Coach Ryan getting into it down the first base line as 3 hit by pitches. And now some arguing back and forth between the two. And it appears that we have a little bit of heated conversation going on down the line as Thomas Drugstore trying to argue that's 3 hit by pitches in a row. As Coach Hainsworth trying to a little back and forth action here between them, and some argumentative going between in a 6-6 game as score evens at 6-6. Some conversations going on here across the bleachers, and some fans getting into it here as a little bit of some heat and attention. The score goes 6-6. So the bases remain loaded. Hainsworth tossing over at the mound with his son Matthew Hainsworth. And pretty much the conversation that happened there, for all those that maybe weren't able to hear what was going on, I'm not sure if you could or not, was a little bit of discussion there whether there was a rule on 3 hit by pitches in a row, if that should be an ejection or not. Head coach Hainsworth on Meyersdale's side argued there is no such rule. I don't know what the clarification is on that, as assistant coach Steinberg kind of got into it there right in front of their dugout on the first base line, trying to argue, and so some tempers flare between both sides, but you can always expect that in a close and critical game that this comes. Two rivalries going at it, and you always know they're tense game between them. So it appears everything will calm down now as Hainsworth takes a moment on the mound. Regain himself with the bases still loaded. Top of the 5th inning, 6-6 the score. Hunter Brewer will be coming to bat here. He's 0 for 2 as we'll take a look here at the the Laurel Highlands Little League standings. Used to doing high school baseball. Got the Westpac in there as Thomas Drugstore 15-0 this season are on top at number 1. Meyersdale Sheetz staying in second, 11-3. Carmel Township is 10-2. Then North Star Stoystown is 9-3. On down to the 5th spot, Berlin finished out their season at 7-8. Shanksville rounded out their season last night as they fell to North Star Stoystown 6-5. They dropped to 5-11 on the year. Rockwood has 2 games left on Saturday, and they'll also play tomorrow, so they have 3 games left to go as they're at 4-9. And then North Star Equipment sits at 2-13 before the last team in the league, Meyersdale Delancey, finishes up things as they are at 0-16. A few more warm-up pitches here on the mound. We'll now switch it over as we take one more look here at our sponsor for tonight's game. We'd like to thank Thomas Drugstore for their support and ongoing supporting Meyersdale Youth Baseball. Make sure you stop by and say hello to them and give them a sincere thanks on the behalf of us for helping make Meyersdale Little League Baseball possible. They're on 327 Main Street, and also Meyersdale Sheetz, open 24 hours. Fresh food made to order. Back here, Hunter Brewer will step in the bat here for Thomas Drugstore. First pitch up and in as ball 1 is taken here on Brewer. As Brewer's 0 for 2 today at the plate. He has the bases full, and he'll take a swing and a miss on that one to make the count 1-1. Tie ball game, a close one here in the top of the 5th inning as Hainsworth tries to come set on the mound as he comes ready to deliver. That one, a called strike, catches the inside corner, and now it's a 1-2 count here on the batter. Hunter Brewer has the nickname Kenny, as it appears the infield will come up and maybe try to get the out at home, as they currently have no outs. And now the pitch from Hainsworth. That one chopped down the line foul, and will keep the count at 1-2 here on Brewer. Brewer wears double 88 on his jersey, as it's the highest number on Thomas Drugstore's in terms of jersey numbers. That one skips behind the backstop. Ball 2's taken. That's a 2-2 count here on Brewer. A lot of work needs to be done here from Sheetz as they're down, as they're tied, 6-6, but they don't got no outs here in this 5th inning. And that's a strike 3. But that one was dropped by the catcher, Kimball. A little bit of confusion as Brewer took off for first base, but base was occupied, so Brewers automatically called out there. So that's the first out, and DePasqua will come up to bat as he awaits the pitch from Hainsworth. Here's the kick and the throw. That one is swing and a miss, strike one. Here on DePasqua, who's 1 for 2 tonight at the plate. As Hainsworth readies himself, and now the gun. That one just outside for a ball, and the count will go to 1-1. Hainsworth so far in this inning has thrown 25 pitches. Trying to work out the jam here with the ducks on the pond. As that one cracks the Pasquale. And now that will score one more, and that will be the go-ahead run for Thomas Drugstore as they take the lead at 7-6. And now Hainsworth will go over to talk with assistant coach Doug Whitfield there, right in between first and the pitcher's mound. As now some still confrontation going on here as Doug Whitfield continues to talk to Matthew Hainsworth on the mound. And now assistant coach for Thomas Drugstore will come out and talk to Hainsworth. So we'll step aside here on the YouTube channel. Stay with us, everyone. 7-6. Pitching change for Meyersdale Sheetz as Short comes in the pitch. And he'll deliver a first pitch swing and a miss to the batter Anderson. As in the move over to second base goes Hainsworth. Out to center field will go Signs. The next pitch up high. So the count goes to a ball and one strike. Here on the batter, Jace Anderson, who's 0 for 1 today at the plate with a 1-1 count and 1 out. Next pitch there just low for ball number 2, so Short falls behind in the count with a 2-1 count as Short's the third pitcher to come into the game here. And this one is he'll come ready and deliver that one, but it's fouled back by Anderson as a foul ball makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes here on the righty batter and the right fielder Anderson. who's 2 for 2. Has a 2 and 2 count. Anderson's 0 for 1 on the day. Short will try to get him here. Here's the 2-2 throw. That one just outside for a ball as the count loaded full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 1 out. Short's got no room at the end to put Anderson as he's trying to get out of this and help Meyersdale Sheetz as that one is hit over the shortstop Yoder. He's going to backhand. He's going to bobble it. They're going to go to first. Did they get him? No, they did it. It goes out of play. Maybe did it? Yes, it did. So everyone will move up a base. It's mad madness here in Salisbury as the overthrow there from Yoder got by Weber. And out of all of that, some craziness there in between that one as the score goes to 9-6 with the batter Steinberg. So now Meyersdale Sheetz are in a dangerous position as Steinberg returns and brings the top of the order up for Thomas Drugstore with runners at second and third. As a cold strike makes the count 1-1. What a crazy game it's been here in Salisbury. As game 1 and game 2 has just been just a whole bunch of craziness. Hard to sum up in words. It's been back and forth. Leads have been taken away by both sides throughout the game. But right now, Meyersdale and Thomas Drugstore is trying to break this game open. As a nice pitch there, a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout for Short as he gets Steinberg as he goes down on strikes. And that's the second out of the inning. A much needed out there by Short. And he's able to whip that one in for out number 2 and bring up Vaught to the plate. Vaught stands in. He'll lay off that first pitch as that one bounces over in front of the bats there. In front of Thomas's Drugstore's dugout. And with the ball with no strikes, here on Vaught, he has a chance to drive in 2 runs with runners at second and third. Here's the throw. That one taken for a ball as the umpire says it was outside. There were 2 balls and no strikes on the righty batter and Vaught. Vaught has pitched throughout this game and is trying to help his own causes. I'm sure he would love to add on to a few more, but patient batter right now inside the box as he'll let that one slide by for an up-high ball. And now he has a 3-0 count. Short delivers, but that one's ball 4 as it's outside. And now that will put the bases full once more. But this time it comes up to the batter and Spencer Whitfield as he comes to the plate with the bases full. 9-6 is the score here in Salisbury as the bases are loaded up for the powerhouse hitter Whitfield. As Whitfield today's 0 for 1 at the plate, has had a pair of walks throughout this one. But the first pitch is a cold strike right at the kneecaps. Whitfield didn't like the call on that one. It looked like it was a little low, but the umpire said there's a strike, so that's what we'll go with here with a 0-1 count. And a swing and a miss, strike number 2 as Whitfield chases the outside pitch. And now a 0-2 count with 2 outs. And we'll see what Short will do here. Here's the 0-2 home. Ball up high. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. It's been a very long inning here for both sides in this top of the 5th inning. As Whitfield comes ready here with a 1-2 count and 2 outs. Short gives the go-ahead signal. Here's the throw. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. Whitfield goes down on strikes. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. But after a long inning, Thomas Drugstore regains the lead once more as they're up 9-6. coming up here is Colton Short as he knocks it over to second base, but that will get by Boer and will bounce in the right field. So an error on the second baseman, and Boer will put the leadoff batter of Short on base. And we'll get some life here from Meyersdale Sheetz in the bottom of the fifth inning as Nick Kimball comes to bat here with one man on, no outs. Vought's still working from the mound. He's at 70 pitches on the day. He'll step off the mound and take a breath before coming ready to face the next batter in Kimball. As he looks around, and Kimball will make his way into the box. Here, fresh at bat. And this inning, a first pitch skips away and low for a ball. So with one ball and no strikes. Here on the batter, Kimball. He's in the driver's seat right now with a 1-0. Of course, sees something he likes. He might try to take a cut at it, but that pitch there wasn't what he wanted, but it's going to be a called strike anyways. The count goes to a ball and a strike. 1-1 count, bottom of the fifth inning. Vaught settles on the mound as he comes set. Here's the throw. A swing and a miss, strike number 2 by Nick Kimball. Puts it at a ball and 2 strikes here with no outs. Vaught's going to try to retire the batter Kimball here. One pitch away from doing so. Let's see what he throws. Here's the kick, the snap, the gun. That's a cold strike fastball on the outside corner of the plate. And the backwards K for Vaught, a beautiful pitch. And that's Vaught's 8th strikeout on the night. And he's in the running to try to tie Thomas. As in that first game, he was able to record 12 strikeouts. As the first pitch to Collins taken low. As right now, through this one, Vaught has given up 8 hits, so we've seen the bats of for Meyersdale Sheetz come alive here in this one as a cold strike makes the count 1-1. As they were held quite to only 4 runs in that, 4 hits and 1 run in that game number 1 of this doubleheader, but here in game number 2, they've definitely found some momentum as that one's hit over the first. Bowers is there to catch it. Tried to get the runner short coming back at first, but the runner there was quick to get back for Meyersdale, and he'll get back there safely, but on the flyout, that will be out number 2, and the batter signs will come ready here with no balls, no strikes, fresh count. He'll hit that one over to first base. That one will get by Bowers. That's going to move up the runners as all the way over to third base goes the runner for Meyersdale Sheetz. And now they're knocking on the corners as two outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Runners on the corners. As the first pitch to Hainsworth up high. To make it a ball and no strikes. Hainsworth 1 for 3 as he brings the top of the order to the plate. Yoder on deck. And Vaught knows he doesn't want to face Yoder here on the next at bats. In order to do so, he'll have to get Hainsworth here as he has 2 outs on him, but needs 1 more out to get out of this inning. He's at 80 pitches thus far, so he only has a few more to give as he comes ready. Here's the 2-ball, no strike pitch. That one chopped up down the right field line, but that one's going to be well foul and out of play. So the count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike. A long game it's been as we're almost coming up on 2 hours here on the live stream. But we thank all of you that have stayed and watched just this game, or maybe you're rewatching the game currently after this has been posted. Or maybe you've watched both, but either way, we just thank you all much for sticking around. And a swing and a miss, strike number 2 on Hainsworth as Vaught has come back from a 2-0 count to throw 2 fastballs and get 2 strikes on Hainsworth. And now he's a strike away from ending this bottom of the 5th and cooling off the Meyersdale Sheetz power. But first, he'll take a moment here to talk things over with Carter Vaught here on the mound. So with runners on the corners, Coach Vaught trying to play the precautionary and make sure all the communication is going out through his team, and Vaught and Whitfield in particular. And Vaught's 82 pitches so far, 13 this inning, 4 2/3 strong. He's gone. And he'll take one last step off the mound before having to come and pitch here against the batter, the second baseman, Matthew Hainsworth. Hainsworth, 2-2 count, 2 outs. The throw. That's a strike 3 on the outside corner of the plate as Vaught ends it, a 1-pitch strikeout. And that will do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll head to the final inning of play here in Salisbury. Top of the 6th. It's a 9-6 score. Four, five, six, heart of the order and the meat of the order coming up here for Thomas Drugstore as they'll come to the plate possibly for the final time here in the 6th inning as they're winning 9-6, but of course they'd like to get a few more insurance runs to give them a few more comfort room heading into the bottom of the 6th inning as the leadoff pitch from short hangs up high for ball number 1 as Thomas 1 for 2 on the day, and he'll ready himself in the box as the pitch from short fouled up in the air as that one is going to go well foul back here to the left of us. As something to keep in mind, Sheetz is going to have Yoder, Ritchie, and Weber coming up 2, 3, 4. So a very dangerous few numbers coming up there in the next inning as this pitch from short low as it skips in the dirt and makes it a 2-1 count. So with that count on Vaught getting down to the bare minimum, you'd like to get some more runs if you're Thomas Drugstore on the scoreboard to give you a little more comfort room, and we'll see what they can do as Thomas holds up on pitch number 4 and the count goes to 3-1. Here's the 3-1 throw. That one's up high for ball number 4 as Thomas has walked to first base, and now Shook will come up to bat As Colt 45, the nickname, as he wears the mullet and has that patriotic helmet that he wears as he comes ready and on the box. A big fan of the YouTube channel, so we thank you, Colt M, for tuning in to all the games. As first pitch, swing and a miss. Makes it strike number one here on the third baseman. As Thomas sits at first base. Top of the sixth inning. Here's the pitch, another cut. And that's strike number two. And that one's thrown down to first base to Weber. That one's going to get well by in the right field. And that one's going to move all the way for Thomas from first all the way over to third. And the throw by Kimball moves the runner over from first all the way to the other corner of the field. Of the diamond. So a big runner now on third base, but Shook continues to battle here with no balls and two strikes as he pokes it foul but stays alive. Short comes ready. Here's the throw. That one's a cold strike three on the outside of the plate. Shook goes down on strikes. A nice fastball from short. Throws to batter Shook, and now Bowers comes to plate. So far in this game, there's been a total of 13 strikeouts combined between Yoder, Short, and Hainsworth. As the batter Bowers first pitch swing and a miss strike. As he'll rip that one over to first base to Weber. Weber's there to snag down his mitt for out number two of the inning. And with the second out, Hunter Brewer will come to the box here with 2 outs. So 2 down. Short has thrown only 11 pitches this inning. He's going 1 1/3. As the initial pitch to Brewer. Brewer will take for a ball as the count goes to 1-0. As make sure all of you listeners keep updated here with the pages. We're always bringing content all throughout the summer, we're sure, as we'll have some things lined up here in the future months that we're looking forward to doing. We apologize for going a little bit dormant there for a while, as we kind of had a break from the channel as we've been busy playing and umpiring, but we're back in business here on the channel. And we thank all of you listeners, so make sure you subscribe so you're already ready and know what's going on here on the channel, so you'll already be ready for all the upcoming events. As Brewer 0 for 3 looking for his first hit of the day. He has a 2-2 count on him, and they'll take a swing and a miss. Brewer will take off for first. They'll get him out, and that will end the inning as Brewer goes down on strikes. And the pickup throw from Kimball, a nice throw down to first base, and that will end the inning. Final inning of plays, we had the bottom of the sixth, 9-6 in favor of Thomas Drug Store. final inning here as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. All Thomas Drugstore needs to do is get 3 outs, and they'll be on their way to win number 16, and they'll have a perfect season in the books. But first, they got to get 3 more outs as Vaught comes ready. First pitch. That's a cold strike right at the letters of the batter, Yoder. Meanwhile, Meyersdale Sheetz is trying to look to go to 12-3 on the year. But if they lose this one, they'll drop to 11-4. But trying to prevent that from happening as Vaught takes a step off of the mound. And with a 1-1 count, that one's in there for a ball up high. Here to make it a ball and a strike. Coming set from the mound. The Thomas Drugstore fireballer tosses that one in there, but laying off the pitch is Yoder as the count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike as Yoder awaits the 2-1 from Vaught. That one will be skied in the center field. Back, and this one is out of here! A home run solo shot to center field, and out of the ballpark it goes. Yoder, a solo shot, makes it a 9-7 game, and maybe that's what Meyersdale Sheetz needed to get their offense alive and running here in the final inning. And maybe that's exactly what Meyersdale Sheetz was looking for. We talked about how dangerous Yoder can be. And sure enough, he knocks that one out of the park above Steinberg's head in center field. And a pitching change will occur for Thomas Drugstore. Vaught runs out of the pitches on the day. So they'll bring in Thomas to throw here in the bottom of the 6th inning as he'll try to get the final 3 outs. Stay with us here on the channel as we have one final inning to 10:22 at night. Whoever thought we'd be still playing Little League Baseball here in Salisbury. A long one that's been. His first pitch in game number 1 was at 6 o'clock. And we're already sitting here at 10:22 and one heck of a game as the score is 9-7. No runners on for Meyersdale Sheetz. But they have the heart of the order in Ritchie, Weber, and Porter. 3-4-5 coming to bat. And thanks to the home run solo shot from Yoder to deep center field, they're only 2 runs away from tying this one. But this is their last chance as they only have 3 more outs to do so. And Thomas will try to close the door. First pitch, called strike right across the plate and the zone of Ritchie. As Thomas in the game number 1 had 12 strikeouts in his outing, but still has a few pitches left to go. He did through all 85 in game number 1, so they'll use him here to try to get the final 3 outs. But he misses on pitch number 2 as it skips to the right of the plate, and the count will go to 1-1. Riley Ritchie, the right fielder, batting third of 9. In the order for Meyersdale Sheetz, he's 2 for 3. And a nice swing and miss by Ritchie as he just missed that one. But an even better pitch from Thomas as the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 count. Thomas steps, he'll pick up the front foot and deliver the big pitch. Here's the throw, a swing and miss, he got Ritchie swinging. And a crucial first out here in this 6th inning. But now another pitching change will occur as Thomas is out of pitches. So we'll switch it up and we'll see what will happen as the game will go a little bit longer. So stay with us as Thomas Drugstore still leads 9-6. Still alive and going strong in Salisbury here at Salisbury Oriole Field as the catcher Spencer Whitfield comes in the pitch. Hunter Brewer moves from second to behind the dish. And going from the mound to second will be Aiden Thomas here for Thomas Drugstore. Meyersdale Sheetz is down by a pair of runs. They're looking to tie things up here, but they got to work with 1 out. But they'll have the hot bat of Hunter Weber coming to the plate. But so far in this one, he's 0 for 3. But no better hit to get the offense going here in this one as the initial pitch from Whitfield. Way upstairs on Weber as that one ricochets off the backstop for bound number 1. So a 1-0 count. Whitfield comes ready. Cannon loaded. Here's the fire. That one upstairs once more as the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. As anticipation here throughout the crowd in this one as game's not over yet. Still 2 more outs to go. But Whitfield takes that one for a called strike. And now he has a 2-1 count on him. As Weber comes ready. Here's the 2-1. That's a called strike on the outside corner. And now there's a 2-2 count on Weber. He has to protect the plate here. If not, it's going to be out number 2. Let's see what will happen. Whitfield readies himself from the mound. The 2-2 pitch. Here's the throw. A swing and a miss. Strike 3. They got him out. And that's out number 2. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And 2 big outs as after the solo shot from Yoder, Thomas and Whitfield have shut Meyersdale Sheetz offense down here in this one. And now one more out to go here. And now, a little bit of conversation going on with the home plate umpire and Coach Hainsworth down the first base line. But we'll focus back in here on the batter, Porter, who will cut at that one for strike number 1. Porter's 1 for 3 today. The left fielder stands tall in the box. He'll swing and miss, strike 2. And now, Meyersdale Sheetz down their final strikeout. One more pitch and Thomas Drugstore will have a perfect season, 16-0. Can they do it? Here's the throw from Whitfield. That one up high. They're going to throw it to first. Brewer's throw down the line to Bowers. He'll tag the base, and the game is over. A sweep on the doubleheader by Thomas Drugstore. They go against the odds and have a perfect season, going 16-0 on the year. And they'll have the number 1 spot in the playoffs. And they just now have to wait out the final 2 days of play and see who they're going to play in the playoffs. A big win for both sides, a hard-fought battle. You got to give Meyersdale Sheetz credit. They fought till the end, but Thomas Drugstore just had a little bit more in them to get by in this one in game number 2. As both teams shake hands, as this game has officially come to a close, we'll switch it over and look at the stats in this one. As I apologize, as we take a look here at Thomas Drugstore. Steinberg went 0 for 4. He scored once and had 2 Ks throughout his outing. Vaught went 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored, 3 walks, and a strikeout. Whitfield went 0 for 2. 2 runs scored, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Thomas 1 for 2. 2 runs scored on 2 RBIs and 1 walk. Shuck 1 for 3, 2 RBIs and 2 Ks. Bowers 1 for 3 with an RBI and a strikeout. Brewer 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. DePasquale 1 for 2 with 1 RBI, 1 hit. Stewart 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Anderson's 0 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a strikeout. Meanwhile, for Meyersdale Sheetz, Hainsworth went 1 for 4 with a run scored and 2 strikeouts. Yoder went 3 for 4, leading the Meyersdale Sheetz team. 4 runs scored, 1 RBI. Ritchie 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 2 strikeouts. Weber 0 for 4, 3 Ks. Porter 1 for 4, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. Short 1 for 3. Kimball 0 for 3, 2 Ks. Collins 1 for 3, a strikeout. And Signs 0 for 3, 2 runs scored. Now, as we take a look at the pitching side of things for Thomas Drugstore, Yoder went 4 innings strong. He gave up 4 hits on 5 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, and 3 Ks. Meanwhile, Hainsworth came in relief, throwing an inning, where a third of an inning, as he gave up 4 runs, with 3 of those being earned, 1 walk, 1 K. Short pitch to final inning and 2/3. He had 2 walks on 4 Ks. To close out things for Meyersdale Sheetz. Now on the flip side for Thomas Drugstore, Carter Vaught got the win, going 5 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, only 2 earned on 9 Ks and allowing a 1 home run. Thomas threw 1/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout for him in game number 2. Whitfield went 2 2/3 innings, getting the final 2 Ks of the night. Well, we thank you all so very much for tuning into tonight's game. What a battle it was, and we hope you enjoyed every little bit of it, as we were able to bring you 2 games tonight, and both of them were well enjoyed. But tonight, Thomas Drugstore will sweep Meyersdale Sheetz as they pick up both wins 9-1 and 9-7. But as for tonight, that will do it here from the broadcast booth in Salisbury, as we thank all once again for tuning in. But as for now, this is Luke Bowers saying